Yo, so what is going on, bros and hoes of the internet? My name, of course, is Big Mac, and today I'm going to bring you a bit of a commentary on my first hands-on experience of the PlayStation 4, whilst also talking about a little behind-the-scenes interview with one of the Sony representatives that were at the event. So let's begin. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about my gaming experience with it. I'm going to quickly introduce the whole video. So basically, I got to play on the PlayStation 4 down at my local game station, or game shop, whatever. One of the first in the lock-in series that is going across the UK at the moment. I will leave a link down below in the description for any UK folks that want to go try it out. It is an amazing night, real good night out to try and get a hold of the PlayStation 4 before, like, kind of try before you buy kind of thing. But yeah, we got to play Knack. Knack being quite a showcased indie game from Sony at the E3, and we got to see that live in action. Amazing game, very basic, very childlike, somewhat resemblant to Ratchet and Clank and Crash Bandicoot, you know, them sort of games. Very low detail, but very highly addictive gameplay. Another one, Octodad. Octodad being quite a I didn't really like it. Maybe if I got used to the controls a little bit, maybe I might like it. But Octodad, yeah, it was alright, but it wasn't something that I would avidly go crazy for. Knack was one that I would go crazy for. But apart from that, I also got the chance to kind of put down a few questions that a few of my friends and I have actually had floating in our heads for a few days. So yeah, let's begin. This is the bit of the interview with the Sony representative. Sorry, unfortunately no audio and no camera, because really I don't think it would be fair for me to actually do an on-screen interview with him. I would have liked to have done, but yeah, we'll carry on with this. So I asked him a few questions, and these are his answers. So I asked him questions about capture card, the DVR, the external DVR support. Now Sony announced that they are working on a patch to actually allow it, but I was wondering how far the patch was gone and how long we're looking at until we get it. So his answer was pretty simple: pretty soon. He did mention that it wasn't going to be there from day one, but he said maybe in a couple of weeks. Wait until Christmas. They might have something for us. Amazing response. You know, people were really fretting about how long it would take Sony to make a patch, but they seem to have pulled their finger out with it. They really have. They've turned around pretty quick for what the YouTube community asked for them, and they've done it. Really impressed with that. Really impressed. He said a couple of weeks earliest and from launch. Again, really happy about that. I'm not too bothered about that small little amount of time not being able to produce content on next gen. But then again, I am going to be doing a massive recording session of last gen or current gen consoles gameplay, so it doesn't really matter. Next one is headsets. Now personally, I have just spent last year £120 on a set of AX720 Tritons. Tritons being quite a very nice, well-made brand. And I was wondering whether it would be supported on the PlayStation 4. It's supported on my PC, it's supported on my Xbox 360. Hell, it's supported by the PlayStation 3 if I wanted to. But I wanted to see whether it would be acceptable with the PlayStation 4. The answer is not at this current moment. Really unhappy with this. I'd have imagined that the Sony would have at least had an optical out cable. Being as last gen had it, why wouldn't this gen? And the answer was simple. They didn't. It just really wasn't that. It was overlooked. He said he was quite honest about it. It was overlooked, and he said that it was something that third-party developers, you know, such as Triton, such as Turtle Beach, such as Astro, could actually develop and work on a adapter for it. Really happy that he is, you know, being quite honest about it. But again, I'm quite disheartened that I can't use my Tritons from day one, and I do hope that they do allow an adapter. but an adapter could take at earliest up to 6 months. You know, prototypes, designs, shipping it out, it could take forever. So until then, I'll be using the PlayStation 1, that they supply in the actual PlayStation 4 package, but I'm not too happy. Next one, second screen. Second screen was announced down at E3 with the PlayStation Vita / PS4 Knack, and second screen was then rolled out to be announced for tablets and phones. Now my Sony Xperia S, he has confirmed, will be allowed from day one for this, and all Android software things are going to be used, and all iPhone software, and all tablets. Everything is going to be able to be supported with this second screen. Second screen being a little bit of an app where you can play your video games on your device, whatever your device may be. Now, Sony certified phones and PlayStation certified phones will be able to access more stuff from day one. Again, I'll be probably making a little bit of a chirp about this when the PlayStation 4 is actually released. I've got my Sony Xperia S ready, and he said that will be fine from day one for these extras. Again, he wouldn't go into detail what they were, but I'm excited for it. The next one, dual screen. Now, dual screen has been a big thing for computer and PC gaming for a long time, and although this isn't really relevant for consoles, I was just wondering whether it was actually capable to actually be used, and his answer was not at this current time. Although the PlayStation 4 does have the architecture and the power graphically and internally with all its architecture anyway, he did say that it wasn't supported wasn't intended to be supported. But he did, however, hint that Sony could, if they wanted to in the future, allow it to happen through an adapter. Amazing, amazing, amazing. That is all I wanted to hear. You know, if Sony could make as many promises as they can, but it's whether they actually follow up on them, which I will be looking forward to. But again, hearing a little bit and hearing that they have got interest in it is better than nothing. Next one, keyboard and mouse. Now, the Xbox One has announced that keyboard and mouse will be the option if developers opt it to be. Sony's response? Yeah, we'll match it. So they will be allowing keyboard and mouse if the developers wish to use it. Big step for Sony, big step. They haven't really got a heritage in mouse and keyboard in the background. They have done it with the PlayStation 3, and I think the PlayStation 2 did have one, but Sony isn't really a mouse and keyboard kind of company. You will know that they really do take pride in their controllers. You know, some people may disagree with this, but you know, they do try and spend as much time on the controllers. And if you actually see throughout the previous 4 controllers, nothing's really changed in terms of the locations of the buttons. But anyway, I'm going on a bit of a tangent here. So they said that they will allow it if the developers want it. Again, amazing. Thank you very much. You know, kind of, they're allowing it for anybody, really. It's the way that people sometimes play. Sometimes some PC gamers might be coming over to play PS4, so they want to kind of accommodate that. Win-win. Next one, mods. Now, if you've ever played Skyrim on the PC, to try and resist the urge to mod the hell out of it is a big task. And it was the first thing that I did when I got Skyrim on my laptop. God. But I was wondering whether mods would actually be implemented onto the PlayStation 4 if the user decides to want to have them. And indeed, can the user actually create them? And his answer was yes and no. So, developers have the choice if they want to. They could if they wanted to. That is what he said. But it's whether the Sony PS4 can actually handle it. Mods do take a lot of power. people that actually play Skyrim with loads of mods will actually know it takes a lot of power. But again, we'll see whether it actually develops. It could be done, but whether it develops and whether it actually works, we'll have to wait and see. We're still in very I'm thinking way ahead, you know, maybe 2 years down the line, maybe. Next, the last one that I did ask, HDMI output. Now, HDMI output is confirmed as the only source of being the output for Sony. But I was wondering what kind of impact this would have on Japan and Asia, them being their main consumers of the Sony. Sony is a big name over in Japan and over in the Asian countries, and knowing that China and other places like that are very poor areas, you know, or have very poor areas, what will happen if they have only standard definition? The answer is they need to upgrade their TV. Kind of a bit of a horrible slap in the face to from Sony to honestly their most reliable and most you know, hyped up consumers. You know, the Japanese and the Asians do actually love their PlayStations, but to actually just say that they can't use standard definition really will suck for them. But he did say about the outputs. If your TV can only handle 720p, it will handle 720p output for you. If it handles 1080p, you got 1080p. It will even go down as low as 540p. Not that I've ever heard of a 540p HD TV. But yeah, so apart from that, that is pretty much all I got from the interview. I wish I could have done it on a video, but again, I didn't really want to cramp anyone's style. There was many questions being asked anyway, but I was kind of these were what I threw in throughout the night. I did ask some more, but again, I can't remember any of them. If you want to ask any questions down below in the comment section, feel free. I will try and answer them. I probably did ask him some questions that may be asked in the comments down below, but if I do remember and I remember the answer, then I'll kind of reply back. But until then, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave it a like, comment, you know, your next gen thoughts, what you're getting next gen, and if you enjoyed this video at all, then please subscribe. I'm trying to get up there, you know, trying to get my content out there, and to see a new subscriber really does make me smile. So until then, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, and thanks for watching.